Hello everyone, this is the FIDE Master Santagati, and this is a game that I played in the Bastia International Tournament, very strong tournament in which there were players like Kamsky, for example, and the other stronger masters. And I played this tournament. At the end, I won the category prize, winning this game the last round against Maria Zubova from Ukraine. And I played with black, so she played e4 and I played c5, so Sicilian defense, c3, e6. e6 is a sideline, quite good. Usually you could play e6 if your idea is play a position with the isolated pawn, and for example after d4, d5, ed5, ed5. In this case it's also possible queen takes d5, so okay, you can also play queen takes d5, and do you want to play in a different way, maybe white will be with the isolated pawn. But if you will play with the isolated pawn, you can also play ed5, because if dc5, I think black position is fine, because black has a good activity with the pieces, so that's not a big problem for black. I have this pawn here, but if white will wait, so often you can also have the plan to play c4, for example. That's also another idea. So okay, so another idea that if you play this variation with black is that you must know the advanced variation of the French defense, because for sure white can also play e5. And in that case, you must know the theory, or you must have some knowledge about this. In the game, she played e takes d5, e takes d5, and then bishop e3. And now, okay, the bishop is attacking c5, so I decide to take immediately on d4, and bishop takes d4, knight c6, knight f3. And now I decided to play a game with pawn sacrifice, so I played knight f6, because my idea was allow bishop takes, and queen takes d5. So play a position without a pawn, but to play for the attack, because I needed to win this game. This is the last game, and to win also the category prize, I have to win the game. So I played in this way also for this reason. I take some risk, but that's for this reason. So bishop b5, and after that bishop d6. So I always allow the move bishop takes f6, and now she decided after bishop d6 to take here. Then I took queen d5, and then queen e7 check. And now white has maybe two options. One could be bishop e2, but it's not very good, because I think that other hand would be very hard for white castle, because I can always attack this bishop. So after castle, if white will try to defend with the queen, I can simply play rook e8, or maybe also then bishop g4, and if knight d2, I can play bishop f5, and so that's an unpleasant position for white. So I don't think it's a good idea for white playing this way. For this reason, after queen e7, she played king f1. I think it's better. Now white is without the castle, but white is up a pawn, so if white can defend, probably white can have a good position. And now castle. I decide to sacrifice the second pawn, but we can say that the second pawn now is poisoned, because if white will take on c6, I will take a very strong position after bc6, queen c6, and bishop b7, because in theory I can also take on f3, destroy the enemy castle, and attack the king. And I think after that I have a very strong attack, and I have a very strong position. So if queen a4 or something like that, I will take, white will take, and after rook f8, have very strong ideas to attack here, here, queen e2. So I have wonderful position. So it's not possible for white take the pawn, take the knight, and then take the pawn. For this reason, white play knight b2. That's good. So bishop e6, I develop my pieces, and then queen e4. Rook c8. My idea was defend the knight on c6. Also, maybe in the future have the control of the square c4. But probably is not the best move. Maybe it's a little slow. Maybe rook d8 could be a better choice here to make pressure on the d file. But let's see. because I didn't play rook fd8 because I was a little scared about trade. So for example, something like knight d4, but I think it's not possible because there is knight takes d4, cd4, and then simply bishop back and make pressure against d4. I didn't see this idea. It's not hard, but I didn't see it, and for this reason probably I played rook c8 because I thought, okay, if white will play knight d4, I have the c5 open, so I have immediately the rook in the right square. But okay, white can play also other moves like rook e1, and now to pay attention because now knight d4 can be maybe more interesting because the bishop on e6 is pinned, and another idea for white to simplify could be also bishop c4. So if I play a move like a6, white can play bishop c4 to simplify. Or another idea could be bishop takes c6, rook takes and knight e4, for example. So my bishop is pinned, so I have to pay attention, and I played queen f6 to remove the pin. Bishop d3, white is threatening mate, g6, queen a4. The idea is knight d4, but the queen is undefended, so I played simply rook d8. If knight d4, queen f4, and I can avoid trades. I remember that if you want to attack, it's very important to avoid trades. You can trade if you take an advantage, but if you take nothing of the trade, it's better avoid that. So in this position, queen f4 is a very important move because I need to avoid trades. So knight g5. Again, the knight is attacking the bishop. I want to avoid that. Bishop d5. I avoid the trade. At the same time, I also improve the bishop. Now my bishop is more dangerous. Knight h3, queen h4. And now the white position is difficult. I think white should play again knight g5, threatening knight f6. And now in this case, I will play king g7 to avoid the check. But she played queen b5. And queen b5 is a mistake because it's true that queen is attacking the bishop and the pawn, but I can simply sacrifice the pawn playing bishop e7. Because if now white will take the pawn, I can simply play knight e5 with attack against the queen and with attack against the bishop. And the bishop on e7 is defended by the queen. So if queen will go on a6, I will take the bishop. And if the queen will take the knight, I have bishop c4 and I can win the queen. So I win the game. For this reason, queen b5 is a mistake because I played simply bishop e7, and now white can take the pawn, so she played the f3, and after that I got a winning position because I played knight e5. I gain the same threat. I attack the bishop. If I take and then bishop c4, I win the queen. So white moved the bishop away, and then knight takes f3, and black is winning because after knight takes f3. If white will take with the bishop, it's easy, right? You can play bishop c4 and you can win the queen. If other moves, I'm threatening to win the rook. So if white will take with the pawn, I take here. I take back the piece, but then after king g1, okay, now in this position, white resigns because no way to defend the position. But if white will play king g1, simply bishop takes e4, pawn takes, and bishop c5 is winning. It's like a button mate. White can sacrifice the queen, and then okay, the game is over because okay, also the rook can win this game with mate, so the game is completely win for me after that. So I think it was a very nice game, interesting game about strategical attack with the pawn down and keep the position, avoid trades. Very good position, very good game about strategy. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you have a comment, feel free to write below. And thank you again for watching, and see you soon for new videos. Bye. Remember to follow me on social networks and share the video with your friends. Thanks.